Josephus straddled two worlds. He was born and educated in Jerusalem, but he lived out his final years in Rome under the patronage of the emperors. And it was there in Rome, in the second half of the 1st century, that he penned his magnificent 20-volume History of the Jewish People. He could have had no idea at the time that out of everything he wrote, just 2 small paragraphs would capture the world's attention.
At this time there appeared Jesus, a wise man, for he was a doer of baffling deeds, a teacher of people who received the truth with pleasure. And he gained a following both among many Jews and among many of Greek origin. He was the Messiah. And when Pilate, because of an accusation made by the leading men among us, condemned him to the cross, those who had loved him previously did not cease to do so. For on the 3rd day, he appeared to them again alive.
If you're wondering why a Jewish historian would freely describe Jesus as the Messiah, the anointed king of the Jews, so do most scholars. It seems as though somewhere in the copying process, a rather bold scribe has tried to improve the wording to bring it into line with Christian beliefs.
If Josephus did include the reference to Jesus as Messiah, risen from the dead, he almost certainly would have done so in a more neutral or perhaps even sceptical way. One manuscript actually has the words, "He was perhaps Messiah," and it was merely reported he appeared alive to them.
Whatever we make of the two debatable lines, most scholars agree that the references to Jesus as a teacher, wonder worker, and martyr do indeed come from the pen of Josephus.
In any case, just 2 sections later, Josephus again refers to Jesus, and here there's no suggestion of Christian tampering with the text. In passing, Josephus recounts the execution by stoning of a man named James, whom Josephus calls the brother of the famous Jesus.
The high priest Ananias assembled the Sanhedrin of judges and brought before them the brother of Jesus, the so-called Messiah Christ, whose name was James, and some others. He delivered them over to be stoned to death.